Welcome back to Only Analogue. Today we are travelling up to London as we recently acquired a couple of rolls of expired Fujipress 400. Today I'm shooting my beloved Pentax MX.
And I'll be shooting with my Pentax ME. Oh, look at that, beautiful.
Working with Pentax today.
Shooting with expired film requires a certain mindset before heading out. You can never let your expectations get too high.
As 400 ISO film is more susceptible to losing its sensitivity over time, we decided to shoot these at a lower ISO.
Today I shot my roll at 200 ISO.
And I decided to shoot mine at 160. So we were actually given this Fujipress by a local ex-film photographer who has a ton of this stock left over from before the photography world turned to digital. I actually went to buy some expired films and was interested to see what this stock could produce. Mark was nice enough to give us a few rolls to test.
Fujipress film is supposedly the same emulsion as Superior Extra 400 and came in pro packs of 20. It's said to have fine film grain, but we found the images to be quite grainy.
It's very contrasty as well, but it seems to handle light mixing quite well. Fujipress is a 400 speed colour film produced by Fujifilm and aimed at press photographers and reporters. The reason Fujipress was used is because it was said to produce a nice range of skin tones. It's also said to provide accurate colours and a good all-round tonal richness. Fujifilm also promises all of these can be achieved in all lighting situations. And of course, we definitely put that to the test today on a particularly overcast morning. So if you like what you see today and you want to give Fujipress a try for yourself, stick around to the end and we'll let you know how you can get your hands on some. This boy in cars, I'm telling you, if Tom could shoot cars all the time, he would.
Like a moth to a flame.
So after a pretty overcast morning and obviously no ideas what our photos had looked like so far, we decided to stop and refuel with some coffee from the finest coffee around and grab some noodles with the promise that the afternoon was going to be a lot brighter. So after we finished our noodles, we decided to head towards the Thames for that beautiful evening light. We're both really happy in a way that the morning was overcast, to really push the boundaries of this film and then have that sunny afternoon, that golden hour as well. It really gave us the flexibility to shoot both moods of the lighting situations throughout the day that we were given. I think it really showcases what you can expect from this film. I'm really glad we both saved some shots for the evening. Some of the images are absolutely beautiful, that evening sun poking its head through. So I had a couple of shots left and I decided to do a quick long exposure. I didn't have my tripod with me, so I put my camera on the table and just shot and hope for the best, and I'm, pleasantly surprised with this shot. I think the colours really pop. Welcome back, I hope you enjoyed today's video so far. Just wanted to have a little chat about Fujipress itself. So again, I just want to give a big thanks to Mark, who gave us these rolls of Fujipress to try. Mark does actually have a lot of this film stock left that he wants to get rid of. It's been fridge stored the entire time since he stopped shooting film. So if there's anyone that wants any of this film, get in touch with us below and we will put you over to Mark, who will happily help you out.
I've never seen anyone use Fujipress film before. I've never heard of the stock, so I'm guessing that it is quite a rare film to come by. So we were very lucky to be given 2 rolls of this to use. Results wise, I feel disappointed in the results that I got because they were very grainy. I don't know whether that was down to me shooting at an ISO of 200, because Josh's results seemed to come out a little bit better shooting it at the 160 ISO that he did. So I'm guessing this film would probably be best off being shot at like one as a...
I think 100 ISO would be the best. Mark did actually say to us before we went out that 2 stops over at about 100 was the sweet spot, but we went against his best judgment and decided we just assumed these were fridge stored, and we thought, we'll give it a crack at 200 ISO 160. I think in the evening when it brightened up a bit, the photos are they're a lot nicer.
Yeah.
They're not a lot nicer looking. There's less visible grain, as opposed to the underexposed ones we took earlier in the day when, you know, it's completely overcast. But yeah, as Tom said earlier, you know, with expired film, you can never set your expectations too high. I think we've shot our fair share of expired film now, and you know, we've had some absolute god awful film rolls back from expired film. But you know, this stuff, I think if we're going out again shooting at 100 ISO, we're going to be super happy. I think the shots where we were up above London, you know, over the underground and out of the overcast, there was a particular shot of the musician that I took. The skin tones there and the colours are actually really nice, natural, neutral colours. There's another shot I took with some really harsh light in the background of the church, and the foreground and the shadow. And even though it does mix the light really well, in them particularly darker shadows of the photo, you can really see the grain come through. And it's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
I do really like a lot of the grain in a lot of the photos we took, especially the underground ones. I think it gives it that extra feel. You know, this stuff is supposedly essentially Superior Extra 400.
It's like if Fuji Superior Extra and Relia 100 had a baby, it would be Fujipress. If you're buying expired film, don't pay over the nose for it, because you're not going to get your ideal results, because you're pushing your expectations well high. You're like, oh yeah, this film's going to be brilliant. We've got got something here which no one else has. It's going to be brilliant, and turns out to be a mixed bag.
You know, if you are looking to get into expired film, a lot of people are loving expired film. I think it's just because of the experimental. They get all these crazy colours, and that's cool. A lot of films like Lomography do these, you know, these films that are getting expensively out of hand now. And you know, why not buy expired film if you want to do some experimenting? And that's absolutely fine. But if you're looking to get some expired film that you're expecting high results out of, I wouldn't bother. Either that, or I'd check that the film itself has been either frozen or chill stored since it was new.
I've got to say, the blues and the greens and the reds were very, very vibrant in this film stock.
Yeah.
Even when we're shooting in the underground, the reds popped in the on the tube.
Good mix of artificial light. I mean, it did say it will produce that colour. Yeah. Good overall colour tones in all conditions, and
it's sort of delivered, didn't it? It has delivered.
So we hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. Also subscribe and just hit that little bell notification. It will let you know every time we release a video.
And if you've ever shot a roll of Fujipress, it would be interesting to know what your results were like. So please drop us a comment.
You can also follow us on our Instagram as well. We leave our handles just below in the description. So if there's anything you want to come chat to us about, please head over to Insta and drop us a message as well. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Thank you ever so much for joining me and Josh today, and if you've made it this far to the end, we do really appreciate it. So we will see you on the next one. Peace.
Thank you.